Check. A very sound check. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Once again, good evening, pool lovers. Welcome to the Advanced Talent Agency platform for part 3 of the trilogy between two players who are some of the best that their respective nations have to offer. All the way from South Africa, Jeremiah Naido, the guy that is nicknamed Ganda Ganda, who is away from home in the country of Ibrahim Ssejemba. The Ugandan, they are racing to 21 just as much as they have been doing for the last 2 days. Today is the decider. 2 days ago at this same venue, Ganda Ganda, the guy that is chewing right now, did win by 21-20. And yet just 24 hours ago, Ibra did exactly the same fate. He also won his race 21-20. This one is the determinant. In fact, we wouldn't have gotten this match if Jerry had won yesterday's match. But since it was won by Ibra, it puts them at 1-1, and therefore they have to get a decider to determine who wins the trilogy. 2 frames have been played so far, and Jerry is leading 2-0. We are starting with a situation where Jerry is having a 2-0 lead. Ibra playing tactically, try to give himself chance of pulling one back. It came so close to being a third for Jerry, but seeming like Ibra is winning a third here. I just have a feeling it will take a long time before these guys will race off again, because a trilogy is such a long thing. When you have it, you really get to test the muscle, the strengths and weaknesses of each other. And at the end of the third session, you really think that you may have gotten enough of yourselves, maybe in a different country. That is my favorite camera angle personally. The overhead angle, which has the entirety of your screen being occupied by the bed of the pool table. As Ibra continues to cue, playing the reds. This one clearly will be the little magician pulling one back. What a fight it was from him yesterday night. Not disappointing his fans at his own home venue at Roxbury in Chiwanga, where he had to win. Yes. Where he had to win the last 4 frames to win the match. For now, he is winning a first. It is Jerry 2 and Ibra 1. Race to 21.
You money, man.
Check. Meanwhile, if you're just joining this stream, Jeremiah Naido is leading 2-1 against Ibrahim Ssejemba in a race to 21 for the last time for $2,000. They've cancelled each other out perfectly well. Jerry winning 21-20 in the first one, Ibra winning 21-20 in the second one. This one is the decider. And whatever is the outcome of this, they have earned respect of so many people, both of these players, because while they are clearly known as some of the best players that Africa has to offer, they've lived to the expectation and have demonstrated exactly that for the last 2 days. And in other money matches before this one, Jerry defeated Saif Hamad of Tanzania, and while Ibra defeated Malvan Mokonza earlier in the week. Ibra now going for second, which will make it an equalizer, just as it has been entirely throughout the trilogy. Now having to put one more yellow ball to the center pocket, white ball bouncing off the cushion only slightly to have it into space, which he does, and has that straight black to put to the corner pocket on the top left, which he will never ever miss. There he goes. Ibra 2, Jerry 2. There goes our break. Frame 5 broken by Ibra, seemingly going for the yellows here. Not a very big surprise in him going for the reds because they are equally well spaced, well distributed all over the table, and of course there is one or two yellows which are not positioned so well to his liking. But the red that Ibra is playing, I'm not so sure he can put it to any of the pockets. Does roll it to occupy at least that corner pocket closest to your screen on the left. He has to be wary, Ibra, that Jerry is Africa's potting machine. Every time he's given a chance to play, he somehow sees an opportunity to take the game in one visit. That is how he plays. It's how he wins. It is how he loses. And most of the times, he wins. Is he playing massive shot here, trying to put that yellow ball, white ball coming around? The red gets the shot entirely wrong and fouls, gives opportunity to Ibra to lead for the first time in this match. That was a little bit reckless. I'm not so sure that Jerry was entirely snookered. Can be reasoned that he could have played with the simplest available shot. Ibra will now be taking the easy pickings. He has no bad red ball on the table. Giving himself white ball for the red ball to the center pocket. Could also start with the one near the corner pocket on the left. I like his sense of fashion, Ibra. It is very easy for me to observe that he had an upgrade in his haircut probably before the match. Of course, with the motivation of the availability of the ATA cameras. Now on 3 reds, all of which are in space as much as the black. This one should be the little magician taking the lead for the first time in this match. One of the best long racers on the African continent, Ibra, without a shade of a doubt. Has gotten so much money that he has won from playing long races here in Uganda. Only a few which have ended in defeat. And most of them, some of them he was giving out handicaps. Here he is up against the last red. He has to be cautious with the white ball. Will he move it around the yellow? Just dragged it a little bit off the cushion and has good sight of the black ball, which will no doubt be rolling to that corner pocket on the top right of your screen. White ball should be safe, even though it moves a little bit towards the center pocket. The black is spotted, the white is safe. Ibra 3, Jerry 2. Jerry to break for the third time in this match. This time the break is good. One red ball is spotted. White ball is in space. Not a very good split of the balls, but for Jerry, even this kind of white, he has one thing in his mind to make a clearance. Umpire of the day is our female umpire called Farida Nachiride. The table remains open as Jerry plays yellow off the red. He wanted to pot that yellow ball off the red. That is the only way he could have potted any yellow ball anyway. His intention was to play yellows. He leaves the yellows now a little bit disorganized, especially those two near the center pocket where he's standing. They are touching each other. Could still go for the yellows, could still go for the reds. One red ball is so close to the black. Ibra closes the table and is playing yellows. There's this tempting shot where he could put that yellow ball to the corner pocket now on the top left, because white ball opens up the other two. Chooses to play the one to the center pocket with the same effect on the would-be dead yellow ball. Now Ibra has 5 yellows, all of them in perfect space. Good cue action. He has one good sight of one of the yellows, the one near the corner pocket now on the bottom right. It is a little bit tempting trying to put both of the yellows maybe to the same corner pocket on the bottom right. Maybe simply roll that ball to put the other yellow to the corresponding corner pocket on the left. The tempting shot pays off. He has the white ball in position now to put any over the two yellows he's faced with. Whichever he can start with is a matter of game reading. And just like that, while he takes a little bit more time than Jerry in making clearances, most of the time the end result is the same. Ibra now leads with 4-2. After going 2 games down, he has pulled back 4 in a row of his own, having the lead in the last session of the Trilogy. Whoever wins tonight will be the overall winner of the Trilogy between Ibra and Jerry. 4-2, Ibra up, rest to 21, $2,000 US. This time, it looks like a dry break from Ibra. And so far, every shot that Ibra has not gotten right, the fans go dead silent. When he gets things right, then you get the chance from them, as Jerry now closes the table playing the yellows. Not only closing the table, but also opening up the would-be bad yellow in the same table closing shot. Now going for clearance. Maybe to pot and then open up the 2 balls which are touching each other. Opening wasn't on. He will want to try again a similar shot, which will have a similar effect. Those 2 yellows that are touching each other, maybe he doesn't even need to open them up if he can play a little bit of connection. One of them could be potted to that same corner pocket now on the top left. It's what he's doing and gets right. However, white ball goes a big distance towards the bottom end of the table for Jerry's liking. He needs a recovery here to pot and get good white ball for the next ball, which he does. and does accurately. Ibra can only pray and hope that something goes wrong with Jerry's attacking play. Otherwise, a roll of that yellow ball to the corner pocket on the top left, and then the other yellow to the center pocket on the right. The black is there for the taking. This one could be a third game won by Jerry compared to Ibra's fourth. The only difference is that all three of Jerry's frames have been won by single visit. Jerry 3, Ibra 4, rest to 21. The reason why you are hearing those chants in the background is because Jerry has gotten a dry break, has not potted a ball on the break. And as Jerry is given a chance to play, he has this very tempting shot, somewhat of a combination shot. Play that red ball to put both balls in the same pockets, which he does, makes it look easier than it actually is. I'm not so sure he has so much to do next. If you can see properly that red ball near the yellow ball, there is some space to try and put it to that same corner pocket, which he again does. White ball moving around. Needs to try out the same thing this time with even a thinner margin of error. Less space to try and negotiate that red ball in between the cushion. Oh my God, that is total accuracy. How he's giving himself chance to make a clearance in a frame which looked so bad. Only players over this level can even dare to believe that this one they can finish with a clearance. Now with the two reds, has to put white ball bouncing off the cushion, which he does. Now has the easiest roll of that red ball to the corner pocket on the top right. Because of the presence of Ibra's yellow, the corner pocket becomes even wider. But then Jerry misses. That one will be one of the bigger misses in the entire trilogy. Sometimes the biggest of errors are done by the biggest of players on the biggest of stages. Ibra doesn't believe his luck. And the big thinker that Ibra normally is, plays, oh. That is what they call the mother of all the recoveries. The white ball is still spinning on its axis even up to now. And what Jerry did, he seems to have intended it. So far, the best shot of this match. as Jerry equalizes in a way that could even disorganize your mind if you are his opponent. A shot that you never saw coming, but a shot which your opponent plays to perfection. White ball off the cushion to pot that red ball to the center pocket on the left. That was something of a moment of magic. Jerry 4, Ibra 4, rest to 21. It was Ugandan versus South African. Earlier today there was a football match between the two countries in the qualifying phase of the Africa Cup of Nations, which the South African team has won 2-0. And then the supporters of Jerry have been saying that Jerry is going to emulate exactly what his national football team has just done to the Ugandan national football team. Anyway, both of the teams had the match as a formality because they had confirmed their qualification, both teams, before the match started. But for now, this one has started before assuming qualification for the money for any of these players. It can only get done as long as one of them is the first to 21. Ibra, with the intention to become the first to 5. Jerry can only wait and hope that something goes wrong in Ibra's attacking play. Of course, Jerry will be counting on that yellow ball which is entangled between two reds near now the top right of your table. Needs this shot, Ibra, to create a moment that will open up that part of the table, which he does. Now he has good angle to try and put that yellow ball near the white ball to the center pocket on the bottom of your screen in what is my favorite camera angle on the table. How beautiful it is. It is a miss. Now when he gets one ball to pot, you know what his mission is all about. I haven't changed my mind at all. My opinion is that he's the most gifted player on the continent when it comes to attacking play. Jeremiah Naido. How speedy he can do it. Officially holding the African record for the fastest frame ever won by break and dish in 46 seconds against Victor Sinyenza last year in Bulawayo. A frame which I have the opportunity to have recorded in that Queen's Sports Club double elimination competition that was won by Caesar. What just perturbs my mind is the fact that legally in black ball rules, 60 seconds are allowed to take one shot, like one shot, and then someone uses 46 seconds to win an entire frame, including the break, including choking, table inspection, then potting 8 balls and maintaining the white ball in the same vein. Jerry now has one relatively problem red ball. My assumption is that he will be going for bank shot, double to the center pocket on the left. Maybe going for the direct center pocket off the red or off the yellow, which he does. Moves the white ball not enough, but I think he will be okay. With a sharp cut of the black ball to the corner pocket on the right. Where's the white going? It is safe. Jerry 5 and Ibra 4. One thing I like about this for the 45 second rule is that it brings out the strengths of both players so neatly. It gets the best out of especially Ibra. He doesn't take too much time between shots because the rules don't allow. He also finishes his games pretty quick. Of course, though not as quick as Jerry. But during this trilogy, I want to think that Ibra has been a joy to watch for a person like myself who likes watching good pool. Now this is the last frame before these guys have their first break of the match, to be broken by Jerry, who once again has a dry break. Today the breaks haven't been as good as they were yesterday. Ibra will be having an opportunity to equalize going into the break, as much as it has been ever since this trilogy has started. You cannot believe this is the 92nd frame that is being played between these two players ever since the start of the trilogy. And of the 92 frames, Jerry has won 45 and Ibra. Actually, Jerry 46 and Ibra 45. 91 frames have been played. This is the 92nd. And yet, disappointingly, Ibra fails even to close the table, leaving Jerry opportunity to decide whether he wants to play reds or yellows. An opportunity, even in a bigger way, to go into the break with him in a 2-game lead. The other little bit of information is that one of the guys that is a fond fan of Ibra, fan and friend in real life, is called Majid, did make a side bet of $100 when he entered into the venue. He asked for anyone who wanted to have an additional side bet, and Jerry was very quick to pick that bet up, increasing the general pot to $2,200 US. Jerry with an opportunity to win 200 more if he wins this frame, but also to lose 200. Sorry, to lose more 200 if he loses this match. I'm not referring to a frame. For the frame, he's most likely winning. He'll never pot this. I'm saying he will never miss this. Now up against the black ball for the 6th time in the match, and he will never miss from this kind of range. As we finish off the first 10 frames of this match, the third session of the trilogy, which has been the most exciting of the trilogies so far we have gotten on the African continent so far. It is Jeremiah Naido 6 and Ibrahim Ssejemba 4. We have our first break. See you shortly. All right. If you're just joining the stream, it is the continuation of the last session of the trilogy between Ibrahim Ssejemba and Jeremiah Naidu, something that has been happening for now a third day. These guys can just not get enough of each other. The first one did end 21-20 with Jerry winning. The second one did end 21-20 with Ibra winning. This is the third. Jerry is leading 6-4. And yet he fouls. Just as it has been all throughout the trilogy so far. Every time one of them seems to be running away with the game, the other finds an answer. Then it goes neck to neck to neck to neck until we get a decide, until it goes down to the wire, until one of them wins 21-20. This one is Ibra now with a chance to win a fifth out of 11. The free shot couldn't have been played any better, because right now, besides himself leaving Jerry's ball pretty much dead, he gives himself white ball for now, an open yellow frame, an open yellow game for him to win a fifth, to win a first right after the first break of the match. He has a group of fans who are chanting him every step of the way. I'm not so sure this is the better decision, but it will probably do. Yes, it does. Actually, he's now showing to me that it was the better decision indeed. He will be drawing the white ball backwards, maybe off the cushion, maybe directly, plays it off the cushion and gets that perfect white ball for the black. Good shooting for Ibra, although he has to be a little bit careful. Uses little energy, moving the white ball to safety. Ibra 5 and Jerry 6. And special thanks to the Advanced Talent Agency, the ATA, for organizing this. What a fortnight it has been, which is coming to an end very shortly. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the other day. Some game or games could be lined up for Jerry. If not, still more action will be coming up later during the month. Most especially a similar comp to the Super 8. This time it should be Super 16. Early in the month of December in Kenya. Again, same situation. Having top players being facilitated to play, being paid to play, and having to win cash prizes without paying a single penny through registration. That one can only be made possible when you, the viewers, have a relatively small fee which you have to pay to watch these guys, to facilitate that kind of arrangement. Ibra now on 2 reds. Sorry, 4 reds. His mind will have to be on that red ball, which is having Jerry's yellow so close to it, near that corner pocket on the top, on the bottom right. He's not so happy with the white ball he has. Nonetheless, he has 1 red ball to pot. And the one near the center of the table, which he will be putting to the corner pocket on the bottom right, bottom left of your screen. It is as close as it could easily have been predictable. I just pray that Ibra gets a match against Jerry, maybe in South Africa or something. Now this one is the more important shot of this match. He will have to pot and then not lose white ball for the last red. Maybe open it up in the same shot, which he does, but I don't think he will be happy with the position of the white ball. But a shot is possible here, a sharp cut of that red ball to the right grants him opportunity to put it to that corner pocket on the bottom right in the same shot, moving the white ball towards the top end of the table, which will be accurate for the position of the black, which he does, and he does it so effortlessly. It is the easiest black Ibra will ever put in his life. Ibra 6, Jerry 6, rest to 21. And for the first time in the match, we have a scratch on the break. The wrong ball is potted. For Ibra's liking, the split of the balls on the table will not be good enough. Jerry will be playing free shot to have a better split of the balls, which even in the free shot hasn't worked out so much. Jerry was probably afraid of having the black ball tempered with, not knowing where it will go anywhere. You wouldn't fault him for that. We'll be going for the yellows, but not an easy game to finish, even for a player of Jerry's level. But nonetheless, it is possible. All is possible because his will is to play attack. And where there is a will, there is always a way. Look at how the game is being turned on its head now. In just 2 shots, a would-be bad frame is being turned into a very good frame for Jerry, which now disadvantageous for him, denies himself white ball for any of the 3 yellows he's having. Not easy situation in which he is. Even the bank shot is pretty much impossible. Is he playing off the cushion? Try and put that yellow ball to the center pocket. It will be good on the eye if he pulled it off. Yes, he finds the yellow, but doesn't pot it. Where is the white going? Doesn't pot it, but not where he wanted it to be. The frame is now in favor of Ibra. If he finds a way to win it, Ibra, it will be a 3rd frame. He will be winning in succession as he plays a safety in frame number 13 out of potentially 41. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Keep the company to the Advanced Talent Agency. We are still together for the next 2 hours or so. This match is being played, is being timed to not more than 3.5 hours. And irrespective of who will be leading at the elapse of 3.5 hours, if the scores are level, is when we shall have the ongoing frame played to completion, as long as not more than 7 balls are left on the table. If it is 7 or more, then we have speed pull. Sorry, then we have penalty shots. But normally, given the 45 seconds which are needed, the 3.5 hours are not needed at all, especially given the fact that when we have a break, the clock is paused. Ibra now on the 3 reds, only one of them is positioned tricky. He will definitely be rolling it to the corner pocket now on the bottom left. It's a Super League brand of table. It is very welcoming for players who like to ride balls against the cushion, because the cushions are kind of welcoming. And that is the shot. The rest, I normally like to call it a formality. Good cue action that. It is the little magician now in the lead. 7-6 after the break. He has won the next 3 frames. The match is moving as the first two have neck to neck to neck to neck until the first two ended by decider. This one may be so. He needs a big break here, Jerry. Hasn't been having the best breaks so far. And while he gets supportable, he doesn't have the best split of the balls on the table. Nonetheless, he will be trying to split them himself, which he's trying to do now, slowly but steadily. There's no reason as to why he shouldn't believe that he is finishing this one off by Apple. That little English spoken off by the white ball after bouncing off the cushion, not allowing it to move far, is why Jerry is having all the chance to equalize on Ibra in the fastest motion, by the way. Now on only 2 yellows right from the break. Decides to start with the one that should be the insurance ball, but it won't matter. Any other player will simply roll both the yellow and the black to respective center pockets, to the center pocket on the right and the corner pocket on the left, respectively. But Jerry doesn't roll balls. He hits them hard, and most of the time he puts them. And now he equalizes again. It is 7-7, too close and too tense and too tight and too unpredictable. And the fans being knowledgeable enough that most of the frames are won according to the quality of the break. They are celebrating every time Ibra puts a ball on the break. Both yellows and reds are not bad choice of color. The only little problem is that yellow ball that is touching red ball just behind the black. Other than that, it seems the yellows are positioned better, and he will be going for the yellows in my opinion. But the reds are equally tempting anyway, and I wouldn't fault him at all. Goes for the yellows with intention to make an opening of that would be bad yellow, but the opening was inaccurate by just maybe a millimeter or so. He wanted the white ball to have the red ball and the yellow ball completely separated, which has not turned out to be the case. He will have another opportunity to play a shot that has the same effect, and he has the opportunity here by playing that yellow ball, which is now near the white ball where he's standing. White ball bounces off the cushion. If it has left spin on it, an accurate left spin, it will open up now. That will be bad yellow that is touching the red and so close to the black for Ibra's liking. That is the shot he should be trying to play, which is the shot that he has gotten wrong. And Jerry, I think, will be fancying his chances in this frame only basing on the position of that yellow ball, which is should be the last of Ibra's yellows. His mind as he continues to play is on that yellow ball, which is so close to the red and near the black. And it is seeming from this camera angle that if he has good pot of the last yellow now to the center pocket, if his white is correct, he could be having sight over that last yellow, maybe to try and pot it. If he does, remember the black is there for the taking, but has got to pot this one first and have good sight of the yellow, which he pots, and the good sight of the yellow he grants to himself. 7-7. Ibra now needing this pot of the yellow ball. Can he see it clearly? Yes, he can, and yes, he pots, and yes, he gets himself accurate white ball for the black. Very calculative and very thoughtful with very quick thinking. Ibra now leads 8-7. Now here goes frame number 16. These guys have used just about 1 hour, to play 15 frames and a 7 minutes timeout in between them. Shows how fast they are. Normally in the Ugandan Pro League, for instance, they play 20 frames. Those ones normally take 3, if not 4 hours sometimes, including a 10-minute halftime break. And then these guys come up to play 15 frames in 1 hour. That is the difference between good and very good players. Frame number 16 for Jerry to clear and potentially equalize. Where will the white stop? He has a chance to put the would-be bad yellow to now would-be bad red to the center pocket on the left. He can never miss from this kind of range. Now he's up against the last red. All he needs is to move the white ball perfectly for him to get an angle to try and put the black ball. He moves it off the cushion and into perfection. Very good cueing from Jeremiah Green Naido, the guy that I like to call Africa's potting machine. It is 8-all after 16 frames. Ibra gets chance to have a chat with a smile against a member of his management team that is called Muhammad, who is choosing to sit closest to Ibra. I believe it was just to make him feel at home as he faces Jerry. And it will be all celebrations should Ibra win this frame at the venue. But not as much as some of these guys celebrated yesterday at Roxbury. Those of you who watched the match, what an end it did have. A very happy group when Ibra potted frame number 41 to make it 21 for himself. He gets to pot one red ball on the break. Is it? Yes. And leaving an open table. Definitely the reds are positioned better. He will be going for reds. The red ball crosses the white ball. Maybe the one near the one that is packed at the corner pocket on the top left of your screen, which he pots. Four more frames before we have the second break of the match. As Ibra continues in attack, he just opens what has been his only bad ball in the game. And how he seems to do it so easily, taking time, but queuing and utilizing the positions of the white ball to do those little but very detailed things on the table. Something that is so adorable to watch when he is on the table now on only 3 reds. He seems to have moved the white ball further than he would have fancied. Still has an opportunity, this time with a very sharp cut. And how he knows how to manipulate his small body, even in situations where tall players will be more advantaged. Is a sign of customization. Now he will be sinking the black ball to the center pocket on the left and gains his lead once again by break and finish. Ibrahim Ssejemba 9 and Jeremiah Naido 8. Jerry needs to respond here. For most of the match, he has been responding. Even when Ibra has been called upon for a response, he has been getting the response. When you hear noise after Jerry's break, in the background, you just know that it has been a dry break. Seeming like Ibra will be going for the reds here. And with one mission to create for himself another red apple, a reverse dish. Punish Jerry for simply not putting a ball on the break. He decided to play the yellows and you wouldn't fault him. And with this camera angle, you can see the positioning of all the left 6 yellows, all in a pretty good space. Just needs to play while calm in a normal training routine. It will be a comparatively easy clearance from the little magician.
Thank you, son. Ebyo bisobola.
This one could be the last money match Jerry is playing against any Ugandan unless some customers, as these guys call them, show up. There's talk of Ibrahim Kanja, there's talk of rematch with Hazard, there's talk of Caesar. None of that is confirmed as we speak. As Jerry scratches, puts the white ball, and it seems this is a frame that was tailor-made for Ibra to come to double figures for the first time in the match, to try and lead before the second break. He will be on 10 by putting now 4 more yellows. Jerry's reds look a little bit more tricky for Ibra. What will matter is the position of his yellows, which even without that free shot, he would be fancying himself to clear anyway. At age of 25, he's so experienced. Already a top player. After shining in his home country of Uganda, the neighboring countries of Kenya and Rwanda having toured them so successfully, as far as Zambia and Zimbabwe and South Africa, and now taking on one of South Africa's best players and trying to take him down in the last match of their trilogy. Here he is now on only 1 yellow, which will be rolling to that corner pocket closest to your screen on the left. White ball bouncing off the cushion, moving around up to the midpoint of the table, which he does. Look at the position of the white, just around the midpoint of the table, getting himself pretty much an accurate angle, accurate white for the black. This one he will never miss. Ibra 10, Jerry 8, rest to 21. Frame number 19, Ibra to break. Seems like a big break. This one yellow ball is spotted. A relatively good split of the balls and a chance for Ibra to make it 11. If he continues queuing like this one, probably he will win the match without even needing a decider, which he needed to win last night's match. Jerry can only watch. Otherwise, the last 3 or 4 frames, it has been Ibra playing pretty much against himself. Seems he's going for the yellows. And he closes the table playing yellows. I wouldn't say for certain that I believe that the decision of playing yellows was the best decision. Jerry is trying to observe if there is any space between that yellow ball at the top right of the screen and the jaw of the corner pocket. I don't think there is any, unless he does something of a safety shot here, which he does, and limiting Ibra now to having to play combination shot if he is to finish this frame in his current visit of the table, because now one of Ibra's yellows is a dead ball. That was good brains by Johnny. Frame number 19 will be one of the slowest of the frames in this match. Ibra's response is to occupy yet another corner pocket with his yellow. Jerry will be playing with a little bit more confidence because it is not easy for Ibra to finish this frame, especially considering that yellow ball of his, which is now locked up with Jerry's red right behind. Of course, even Jerry's own red is a dead red, and he's playing to open it up. He did camp right here. He's the guy that played that ball behind Ibra's yellow, and the same guy wanted to create an opening of the same ball in another visit over the table. Again, he plays safety. As Ibra cues, all that will matter is how well he plays that situation near the corner pocket on the bottom right, which has his ball right in front of Jerry's yellow. Ibra gets to pot a ball without him intending to do so. Now he'll be forced to play another of his yellows, only two of them, in a way that he wouldn't have fancied. He wanted that corner pocket to be occupied by his yellow. He gets to pot a ball, whatever he's contemplating here. Maybe play that yellow ball now to that corner pocket. It will definitely pot his yellow, but the position of the red and the black will be so suspect. What a beauty overshot from the one and only Ibrahim Ssejemba. Good brains, good execution, good thinking, good accuracy, and a good way to lead right now. There is no doubt who the better player in this match is, at least for the last 30 minutes. As he leads with 3 frames, he will be extending it to a 4th with the roll of the black ball to the corner pocket where he had that problem yellow. It is Ibrahim Ssejemba now 12 and Jeremiah Naido 8. I beg your pardon, it is 11-8. Now this is frame number 20, which will be the last before our second break. And one shot that has really eluded Jerry has been the break. And for players of this level, the break sometimes is as important as the shot that pots the black, because a frame can be won or lost because of the quality of your break. Last time round, Jerry did break, potted the white ball. Now a dry break. So it has been 3 bad breaks in a row, seeming that like Ibra could utilize this one to increase his lead now to 4 frames. Go into the halftime break, needing only 9 of the remaining 20 frames. It's getting closer to the 12th Ibra. The fans are starting to suspect that something good is about to happen to them. That is now more likely that Ibra is not only winning frame number 12 but also becoming the favorite to win the third session of the Trilogy, unless Jerry does something special after the break. Ibra now on the penultimate shot before the halftime break, which he plays so well, giving himself direct white ball for the black ball now to the corner pocket on the bottom left of your screen. At this kind of range, it is so favorable to me for him to pot, which he does. As we go into the halftime break, after 20 frames, it is 8 for Jerry and 12 for Ibra, racing to 21 for $2,000 and of course $200 other dollars for Jerry in a side betting. Welcome back, dear viewers, dear subscribers to the Advanced Talent Agency platform. Ibrahim Ssejemba is leading 12-10 against Jeremiah Naido in a race to 21 in the last match of their trilogy, which has been happening for the last 3 days, including today. It is now 13-10. Seems like the little magician, as Ibra sometimes is called, now has a plan not to give away his lead. The only time I do remember him leading with 3 games, maybe more, was in the first trilogy when he led 13-8 at one point in the game. And then if I'm not mistaken, he won only one of the next 6 frames, and then Jerry got the 15-14 lead. That match went on to have a decider, which was won by Jerry. The rest is history. Jerry will have to do the same if he is to stand a chance of taking down Ibra. Remember, the winner of this race is the winner of the trilogy. And yet again, the dry break comes to haunt Jerry. With Ibra closing the table on yellows, all of which are positioned in perfect space. Jerry doesn't believe the misfortune that is befalling him. Things have to start getting right, otherwise Ibra is running away with this race, especially if he's to win more frames than Jerry in this ongoing series of 10 frames. Now 3 yellows and a black. All of those 4 balls in perfect space. "45 seconds. Maximum amount of time being given to take shots. And these players are demonstrating clearly that they don't even need the 45. Even Ibra, who sometimes is taunted by fans on social media. Actually, the way he's queuing, he will do even with 30 seconds per shot. For Jerry, even 30 is way too much. The white ball just moved a little bit further than Ibra fancied, but Jerry's red provided a little bit of support. He will need a cut of the black ball, then roll it to the corner, to the center pocket, which he does. White ball is safe. Ibra 14 and Jerry 10. Starting to see the end of the tunnel is Ibra, because now he needs 7 in over 15 frames. Something that you see is clearly possible. Actually 7 in 17, and Jerry needs 11 in 17. It is possible, but it won't come easy at all. Of course, Jerry will not only have to improve his breaks, he will hope that Ibra lessens his playing level, because it's only once in this match, maybe twice, that I remember Ibra getting chance to make a clearance, which he hasn't utilized fully. It's not that Jerry is playing any bad, he is just not breaking well enough. And now Ibra to break frame number 25 for himself, of course for the money, also for his management team, and the fact that he's representing pretty much a country here. Good break it is, but seeming like a dry break. The facial expression of Jerry after missing that would be very simple cut of that red ball to the center pocket is maybe a sign that he is becoming so worried of what may be coming his way. Maybe he knows that it is a sign that this match may not be meant for him after all. Ibra will need to pot, maybe white ball opening up another yellow ball. He does exactly that. Most of the time, if not all of the time, Ibra has been faced with a game that is pretty open. He has not returned the chance back to his opponent. It is the reason, besides breaking better, that he is having a somewhat healthy lead in this frame. And look at that. Power balance has been such a strength of his in this match. Moving the white ball sometimes so close to his intended object balls, but also even when he has been opening up balls, he has been opening them up pretty effectively. Like you can see, not only did he open up that yellow ball, he opened up towards that corner pocket. Now it is his insurance ball, using it to get white ball for the next, which he does. And this camera angle allows us to see that there is space between the red ball near the center pocket and the jaw of the cushion, granting Ibra chance to put both of the yellow balls closest to the white to respective corner pockets on the bottom and the top of your screen respectively. Starting with this, which you could put direct or off the red. Presence of the red makes the pocket even wider. Off the red he does. Now spinning the white ball backwards. He has chance to start with either of the two yellows. Most definitely the one near the corner pocket, closest to your screen on now, the left. Simply rolling it. White ball bouncing a little off the cushion, and he will have a good white ball for the last yellow. I think that should be his route to victory, as long as he can see that bottom ball clearly anyway. Seems he can't see it well enough. Playing connection, which is also effective. Not only is he playing well enough, but also things are happening his way. It seems like a match that is starting to be heavily poised in favor of Ibrahim Ssejemba. Now a roll of the white ball bouncing off the cushion, and he has perfect sight of the black ball. That is pinpoint accuracy at the pot. The movement of the white ball with a little spin on it. Now to put the black ball to the corner pocket, top right, definitely can't miss. White ball is safe. Ibra 15, Jerry 10, rest to 21. A void break that one is, and umpire Farida will have to re-rack the frame with the same player breaking again. Another dry break by Jerry. It's been dry break after dry break after dry break for him in this match. Sometimes fouling on the break. and has that wide seat, knowing that he can only wait and watch and pray, will be thinking that maybe this match is not tailor-made for him. I'm not so sure that Ibra has full sight of the yellow ball he's looking at. If he does, maybe he will be good to go, but must be having full sight of it, especially considering the position of the white ball. Even he seems to be not so sure, but he will nonetheless try, because it is a shot that will give him the game if he pots it, which he does. And Jerry knows that maybe it is not his day. And according to the current complexion of the match, if you've been watching only for the last 30 minutes or so, you have been watching one player who is restricting his opponent to a mere spectator of a match in which he is involved as a player. And that is how good Ibra has been today so far, at least so far. Moves the white ball even closer to his one and only yellow ball now, which everybody knows that a simple roll of that yellow ball, white ball bouncing off the cushion, moving a little bit near the middle of the table. Ibra will be finding no problems in sinking that black to the center pocket closest to your table. To go to 16, to need only 5 frames, and while Jerry needs 11 of the next 15 frames. 16, 10. A chance has presented itself for Jerry to win at least an 11th in a match that is really not going his way, this one. And if he finds a way of coming back into this game, this one will be the hardest fought of all the sessions of the trilogy. And that shot that has been missed by Jerry, in my opinion, is a brief summary of what his match has been so far. Coming so short when opportunities have come his way, and yet Ibra, whenever he has gotten the opportunities, has been so lethal on Jerry. It is not yet done, but you just get the feeling that Ibra is starting to see the end in sight here. And the closer he sees the end of the tunnel, the more effective he becomes. This one is pride at stake, but also money at stake, and representation of a country at stake. Now, having pretty much well-positioned reds only. The one he will be minding about, the one closest to your screen on the left, not so sure that when he plays them, they get potted automatically. That one I'm not so sure. Unless maybe he plays the first ball instead of playing connection, playing the inside ball first. That is the position of the camera angle, which shows exactly what I'm speaking about now. On 3 yellows, will he open up the situation? Yes, he does. Not only is he playing well, it is one of those matches when whatever is you are touching is turning into gold. This match so far is seemingly one good player on the day playing against a better player. Now it's just a matter of potting red and black to corresponding center pockets on the left and right respectively. Ibra versus the black. Can you imagine, only in the third set for the 17th time? It is now 17 to 10. He needs 4, and while Jerry needs 11. $14 games to go. A player of Ibra's level needing 4. He would be a big favorite to win even if he were playing against Tom Cousins or Chris Melling. Jerry is in trouble here. And yet again, the bad day at office by Jerry is getting even worse. Another scratch on the break. Of course, the table remains open because in black ball, a player on 2 shots right after the break doesn't close the table with the free shot. The free shot leaves an open table. It is this next shot which can close the table, and Ibra is free to play red and pot yellow, or play yellow and pot red. He would have closed the table playing the colors that he would have potted. Decides to play the reds with one mission: to make a clearance with his current visit of the table.
Thank you, my name.
And given how badly Jerry is breaking so far, it is now starting to look like a routine practice session for Ibra. And with due respect to Jerry, without shadow of a doubt, one of Africa's best players, but this time he is not having his day at all. And I mean at all. Easy pickings for Ibra. This one having, for the second time in this match, black ball set right at that center pocket top of your screen and makes it 18 to 10. And if I'm not mistaken, Jerry has won only one frame since the resumption. Eight frames. So that actually, out of 8 frames, it has been 7-1 since the resumption. Or is it 6-2? That is how bad it has been for Jerry. 2 more frames before the last break of the match. 2 more frames before the last break, where Jerry will have to talk big on the phone to his manager from South Africa, or else maybe they'll leave him to himself, because now he cannot do much here. The match is completely out of his hands. And how big will Ibra's break here? So far his breaks have been very good so far. This time, at least for Jerry, Ibra has a dry break. Jerry must start winning, otherwise it is getting real late. And I'm meaning real late. When it is not your day, even the easiest balls, you can come short. And thanks to the Advanced Talent Agency, we are not having a very good match. We are also having a very crystal clear images. Every time that you get to watch these matches, if you're worried about your data consumption, please free to visit the settings icon, the one that pops up on the bottom right of your video, and then select a resolution as low as your data bundles can afford. 360 is the lowest that is provided, and if you watch on that one, it is pretty much data consumption as much as you are watching if it were on Facebook and maybe YouTube. How long ago in this race do we remember Jerry having cleared a frame well enough to finish it? It's really been long. And so alarming for a player of Jerry's level, that he has gotten a session of 10 frames in which he has been outthought, outplayed, and yet again, he has very little sight of the black ball, but still actually can't see it properly, playing mercy shot and misses it yet again. That one is a proper description of what Jerry's match has been so far. And I have to say that this is the worst performance I have ever witnessed from Jerry. Worst ever. I've never seen him having such a bad match. Maybe a poor match. And when you are Ibra, when you are the player, you can only grow more confident when you see that your opponent is giving away chances so cheaply. His only would-be problem ball is that red ball closest to your screen now on the right. And with the roll of the red ball he's playing, he gets direct shot for the would-be bad red ball. Not a bad ball, but comparatively, which he will be potting straight with a little backspin drawing the white ball just a little bit backwards, just a little bit like that. And Jerry knows that Ibra is now winning a 19th. No chance of missing. There we go. Ibra now 19 and Jerry 10. Should Ibra win this next frame, it will be double the score. It would be 20-10. As it has been all match long, Jerry doesn't get to put any ball on the break. He can only laugh at himself while seated at his chair. That this is the poorest performance you may ever get to watch from Ganda Ganda. Not just the breaks, his clearances, the margin of error, the ability to punish misses from his opponents. He is getting the match completely wrong. As Ibra gets to pot red ball closing the table in the same shot, he has chance to make a clearance, which will put the scores, which will put him having double scores. After 30 frames, it would be 20-10. I can't even believe my ears as I speak that. I also can't believe my eyes at what I am seeing here. About 100 fans also at the venue, all of them supporting Ibra. They are just enjoying the night away, drinking beers, celebrating, but not so much because this, they know, is a match that is heavily, and I mean heavily, poised their way. Some of them are blowing their whistles, as you can hear in the background. Of course, they are coming from the football match that has also been played between Uganda and South Africa earlier today. Of course, South Africa winning 2-0 in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. But this one seeming like the South African not emulating the South African football team. Not a very obvious clearance for Ibra. This is the only obvious ball that he has. Needing good white ball for the next. Draws it towards the would be bad red ball that is near that black ball. From this camera angle you have, there is doubt as to whether it can be portable to the center, to the corner pocket on the top left. Seems he can. He will need to have a big backspin on the white ball, bouncing it off the cushion and moving it leftwards. The movement of the white ball got intercepted by Jerry's yellow. Jerry will probably be having a chance to play again in this frame, unless Ibra does something special, which will be most likely bank shot, trying to put that red ball to the corner pocket where he is standing right now. There is the shot, and it is on target. My goodness. The guy is not only cueing well, he's thinking well, executing well, and leading well. He has a relatively difficult black to try and pot, but given the kind of vein of form in which he is, you think even this one he can take away. Black ball, maybe he's going for another bank shot to the same pocket where he potted that red. It won't come easy. He goes for the center pocket and misses only slightly. I don't think Jerry has the confidence to take this frame away. Not after playing a match so poorly. Another shot was completely wrong. He at least had that top spin on the yellow. His intention was to deny Ibra a chance to pot the black ball so easily. Ibra will be playing the black ball off the cushion. For players of this level, it is not a difficult shot at all. Has some little bit of spin on the white ball, which he utilizes. Will he find the black? Yes, he will, but doesn't pot. Nonetheless, it is a legal shot. Although the black ball was played off the cushion and got not to be potted, but it reached another cushion. At one time, just thought the white ball was probably going to be potted to the center pocket. But for now, I can start to believe that at least frame number 20 or frame number 30 shall be won by Ganda. 19 for Ibra and 10 for Jerry. If Jerry cannot finish this frame, then he will have no business in the rest of the match. No business at all. This is just to put the scoreline a little bit more respectable, to come to 11 for the first time. Maybe try to believe that he too can win a series of frames and try to catch Ibra up, something that is so unlikely. Nonetheless, it is 30 frames played. Ibrahim Ssejemba 19 and Jeremiah Naido 11. Seems the players are deciding not to have timeout. Jerry maybe is finally deciding that he needs a breather. See you shortly. Good evening, dear viewers, once again. As we return for the very last time, this time no more breaks. As Ibrahim Ssejemba now commands a 19-12 lead on Jeremiah Naido. Big lead that wasn't expected at all. A match that is being painted by not only Ibra's very good play, but also Jerry's very suspect misses, suspect breaks, sometimes even suspect game reading. A match in which he has so far been outplayed and outclassed. Nonetheless, he will still believe that he has a chance. Should he do something over a comeback, this one will be one of the most memorable matches you will ever know. A comeback which it is looking quite unlikely, with Ibra needing 2 frames out of 10 and Jerry needing 9. It is that bad for the South African. And yet he misses a ball once again. The fans are clapping their hands, of course, supporting Ibra, knowing that misses like that get him closer and closer and closer to the victory, which is starting to be more realistic as the game grows older. The trick for Ibra is now to pot that yellow ball. He's looking at white ball, opening up the other yellow that is so close to Jerry's red, which he does open, and opens it up so brilliantly. Now giving himself chance to make a clearance that will put him to 20 frames out of the would be played 32. Now on 3 yellows to clear them and put himself to 20, to put Jerry to a condition where he will need to win 9 frames in a row, or else lose the match, lose the $2,200 US. Now he has choice, has a decision to make which of those 2 yellows to start with. Each one of them wouldn't be a problem. With the one he's deciding now, he will need somewhat. A bounce of the white ball off the cushion just a little like that, and then have a similar roll of that yellow ball to the corner pocket now on the bottom right, having pretty much a natural white ball for the last ball, which is the black, and makes it look even better to pot the black ball for the 20th time in this match. Who would you believe? With 9 games to go, this guy is already now pretty much on 20. Now this is Ibra, home and dry. In my opinion, he will need to lose 9 games in a row if he is to be shocked, if his victory is to be stolen away from him, from Jerry. Something that is so unlikely, something that I have never ever seen at all in Ibra's career. Once again, Jeremiah Naido 12, Ibrahim Ssejemba 20, and it is a race to 21. possibly the last break we are seeing in this trilogy. Possibly. But maybe not, as it is a scratch on the break by Ibra. Chance for Jerry to pull one back. Chance for Jerry to get it to 13. To put the scoreline a little bit more respectable. He almost got the black ball potted. A more sign that this game has really not been going his way. Leaving an open table. A frame that up to now is not yet open enough. And it is a match he will probably be losing. Jerry, I don't want to sound devil's advocate, but it's still clear for today who the better player on the day has been, at least so far. I don't even think his management team will fault him that much, because it is one of those days which you call a typically bad day at the office. He's closing the table, playing the yellows, allowing himself chance to make a clearance, which is not so likely because of the positioning of the yellow balls, but Jerry being Jerry. My only worry is that Jerry of today has not been the Jerry that we have come to know for the last 5 or 6 years. On 5 yellows now. The biggest likelihood is that this could be the last match that he is having in Uganda. But maybe to stay in the country for 1 or 2 more days before heading home with Uganda Airlines. Stay at home for about 2 days before heading again to Lusaka, Zambia for the Billiards Cafe double elimination competition. Just found a way to squeeze his yellow ball in between the jaw of that pocket and the black ball. Now pretty much home and dry, at least for a 13th year. Even though he has not been playing to his normal best, this one can never be a miss. At least for himself to make it 13. There it is, Jerry 13 and Ibra 28 frames to go. Remember, Jerry needs them all. Now there is a pending likelihood that we are seeing the very last bit of action, not just in today's match, but also in the trilogy in totality. Because the guy that is leading in the final match of the trilogy, that is Ssejemba, is having 1 yellow frame to complete for him to make himself the overall winner of the trilogy, but most importantly for him to make himself tonight $2,200 richer. Actually, it's $2,000 richer because the extra 2 was sacked by Jerry, but again someone from the crowd. Now Ibra on 3 yellows to have a roll of that yellow ball to the corner pocket while Paul bouncing off the cushion and off Jerry's red. He has a good position to pot one of the yellows left on the table to now the corner pocket on the top right of your screen. As long as he is on target, I am sure that he will be good to go. Not using too much energy in order to reserve the white ball in close position to where the yellow ball is right now, but first has to be on target, and on target he is. And that is a round of applause from the fans, as you can hear in the background. Very seeming, very likely that we have seen the last of Jerry's action in his stay in Uganda, in a tour of Uganda that has not been as successful as the first, as Ibrahim Ssejemba is now on the black ball after the last frame of the match. Jerry congratulates him in a match that has been, especially after the first 10 frames, totally one-sided, where Ibrahim Ssejemba has been a distantly better player after outthinking, outclassing, outcompeting, and outplaying Jerry. Final results: Ibrahim Ssejemba 21, Jeremiah Naido 13.